Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Our beloved Wendy Williams is back, and from her own mouth, Wendy said she will be back on the Wendy Williams Show.
How, Sway?
I could have sworn they canceled her show, child. Wendy must know something that we don't know. But Wendy had an interview today with Good Morning America, and she had a lot to say. She talked about her health, Wells taking her money, and her return to her own talk show. It's a lot, but before we get into all of that, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any of this tea. Now let's get back into it. Now I'm just going to say this. I don't know who the PR person is that's currently representing Wendy Williams. However, I will say that the moves that have been made as of recently probably has not benefited Wendy in the way they thought it would have. Creating her own personal Instagram page apart from the show probably was a straw that broke the camel's back when it came to her and her production company, Debmar Mercury. Speculations have been on the rise with Wendy Williams as of recently because people have not seen her out and about as we have before. Also, when Wendy did finally make her own Instagram page, people were saying that she got her age wrong and she was saying different things that just had people questioning a lot about Wendy Williams and wondering if the things that were being said about her in the public were actually true. According to Good Morning America, Wendy Williams actually called to have an interview with them where she discussed a lot. The only thing is, Wendy wasn't on camera, which I know is going to make people speculate even more. Take a look at this.
Are you Wendy of sound mind?
Absolutely. Are you?
I am. Now, why would anybody assume you are not?
Well, you know, when people want control of their accounts, they say anything, including something crazy like that about me.
Wendy Williams wants to address months of reports and rumors about her mental and physical well-being.
I don't have time to waste. Let's get this show on the road.
After health struggles kept her from returning to her show for a 14th season.
There's been a lot out there, and you talked about your health, but tell us how your health is.
Health is very well, and I actually have had a few appointments. You know, I'm 57 now, and I have the mind and body of a 25-year-old.
Wendy talked to us by phone, not wanting to go on camera, but wanting the public to hear directly from her, in particular about her ongoing legal battle with Wells Fargo Bank, which Wendy says froze her accounts for 2 months, a move she claims denies her access to her own money, preventing her from fulfilling her financial obligations, including mortgage payments and employee payroll.
They saying that I need somebody to handle my account, and I don't want that. I want all my money. I want to see all my money that I've worked hard for my entire life. My entire life. I don't lie, I don't cheat, and I don't steal. I am an honest, hard-working person.
In court documents, the bank says they requested a conservatorship for the talk show host because they believe she is the victim of undue influence and financial exploitation, an allegation Wendy denies.
Why do you think that a bank has taken a pretty extreme step to say, we don't think you're of sound mind to handle your own money?
Well, you know, I want to spend more time with my family and, you know, working out and waiting for the responses to my money situation in Wells Fargo, and they don't like that.
At one point during our conversation, a member of Wendy's team interjected.
There was an individual internal to Wells Fargo that Wendy worked with that Wendy wanted to have her son begin to come in and have a little bit more say-so and get a little bit of knowledge into the inner runnings of Wendy Williams. So the person that was there was going to be losing some of the access to Wendy that she had prior, and I don't think that she liked that.
Here's Wendy!
Just last month, it was announced that after 14 seasons, Williams' talk show would come to an end. And that Sherri Shepherd would take over the time slot and get her own talk show this fall.
Here's our special guest host, Sherri Shepherd.
Shepard had been one of the fan favorites filling in for Williams, who was said to be sidelined because of complications from her Graves' disease and thyroid condition. A spokesperson for the talk show host previously said it's been a challenging time for Wendy as she deals with her health issues, adding that Wendy has been assured that should her health get to a point where she can host again, she'd be back on TV at that time.
How close are you now, would you say, to being able to being comfortable enough to start working again?
I'm very comfortable. You know, my partners with the show, everybody's ready.
You're telling me at this moment you are prepared physically and mentally. You could go back to work and start hosting a show as early as tomorrow. You feel fit enough to do so?
Well, give me about 3 months. There are private things that I have to deal with, and then I'll be ready to come back and be free and ready to do my thing.
I'm on fire. Let's go.
Before we ended our chat, the self-proclaimed queen of all media wanted to speak directly to her fans.
This is what I would love to say to my Wendy watchers. Keep watching, because I'm going to be back on the Wendy show, bigger and brighter than ever.
I honestly don't feel like Wendy Williams was ready for this interview. For y'all that are saying that her and Kelvin are back talking and he's the one instructing her, I believe you're terribly wrong. I think Kelvin would have known better than to have her interview and knowing she was not ready. If the people can't physically see her, I don't think Kelvin would have put her out there like that. With Wendy Williams going through this court battle with Wells Fargo and her competency being in question, anything she says or does can be used against her. So I honestly feel like this is probably her best bet to lay low until the court hearing against Wells is completely over. Now, the other person on the phone with Wendy addressed what we already knew about the account manager handling Wendy's Wells Fargo account, who was Lori Schiller. Lori was upset that she was no longer going to have access to Wendy or Wendy's money, and when Lori was made aware of that, she decided to tell Wells Fargo that Wendy was not of sound mind and close access to her funds. Now, as far as I know, they're still in court battling everything with Wells Fargo, and when this is all said and done, hopefully Wendy will have access to her funds again. Now, according to the publication The Sun, Wendy Williams is no longer in need of a wheelchair, which we already known that, and she is determined to move back to New York and return to TV after her show is canceled. They're saying that Wendy, whose talk show was canceled last month after being absent since July of last year, has been recovering from various medical issues in Florida, surrounded by her family. She's surrounded by her loved ones, and she's had various lifestyle changes that have done wonders for Wendy's health. The insider said she looks good. She isn't fully back, but she seems like 80% of her old self. In another couple of months, I bet she'll be totally back. And Wendy was pretty much saying that, give me a couple of months and I'll be back. The host made some lifestyle adjustments in her recovery that have helped her along the way, the insider claimed. Wendy has vowed not to drink, and she is eating much better these days, and it shows. Her legs aren't nearly as swollen, the source adds, and Wendy is looking forward to move from Florida back to New York very soon so she can continue the Wendy Williams show. Now, we're asking, who are these partners that Wendy said she's willing to work back with? Because I know it is not Deadmar and Mercury, child. Anyway, Wendy, I wish you healing, success. I pray that you do get a show back. I'm not sure if it's the Wendy Williams show, but sis, if it is, hey, more power to you. Now what I want to do is hear from you. What do you think about this interview from Wendy Williams on the Good Morning America show? How do you think she took it? Leave a comment and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any of this tea.